Greetings and hello all you YouTubery types. My name is Rob Farker and I am the host of Paid to Play. It is at the moment an audio only podcast, but I am hoping to make it a little bit more video-y for all you YouTube folks out there. I love chatting with people. And I really love chatting with people about the things that they love to do, especially if they've been able to take those things and actually present them such. It sounds a bit stiff, doesn't it? Present them such. I don't know. What's a better way to say it? You know what it's like when we have a hobby or something like that that we love doing, but we can't really get our heads around the idea that it really has any value to anyone else outside of us. You might share it with friends and fellow hobbyists and have fun with it, but you can't really wrap your head around the thought that other people might actually like what you do so much and find so much value in it that they will pay you their hard-earned cash to keep doing it. This is why I record Paid to Play. I want to try and turn that perception around, both in my head and in everybody else's. I like to call my guests career crazies, freelance fun makers. They're people who have embraced the idea that your main income doesn't have to be something that you don't really care about. That nowadays, thanks to the internet and all the fabulous options that a lot of us have, that we just don't believe that we can make them work for us. That it is possible to get paid to do something that you love, as long as you can get in front of those other people who love it so much and have the income to actually pay you to keep doing it. How they found that belief in their passions, how they found those people who love what they do and have the money to keep paying them to do it. I have spoken with all kinds of people. One of my most popular episodes is with Gavin Dunn, an Irishman who has a music project he calls Miracle of Sound, where he writes and records and performs songs based on video games and popular culture. At the moment, it is paying all of his bills. He's just put a heavy metal album out because he's always wanted to record a heavy metal album. Wouldn't we all love to be in that situation where we can actually do the things that we've always wanted to do and have people buy our albums or sponsor our YouTube videos or our podcast? Hint, hint. I just want to help everyone try and get over that hump inside their heads where it's easier to think that it can't happen, or I don't have the talent, or what I like to do, it's so unique or offbeat that no one really else cares about it, especially not to pay me money to keep doing it. There are people out there who might be looking for your advice, or maybe even just enjoy being entertained by the products of your skill and your passion. And I want to help you guys find them. I want to do that by presenting all these wonderful people who are already there, talking to them about how they got there so that we can take them off a pedestal. We tend to look at the people who are successful at doing joyful, passionate things, and we think they are unique, they have talents that none of the rest of us have, that they are particularly favoured by fortune in a way that most of us aren't. And I want to try and get rid of that. I also want to try and get rid of the idea that no matter what, we have to rely on one thing. I want to show us all that we can develop our skills and our passions in multiple directions, that we don't have to try and replace a single day job that we're scared to give up because that's the only way we're earning money with a single passion that we are scared to get bored with because it's the only way we're earning money. I want to talk to people who are doing multiple things at once, or I want to talk about my own journey as well through this podcast and the various other initiatives I've got going. I want to talk a little bit about my own struggles in overcoming those same hurdles that we all have, because I talk myself down at times. I find it easier to believe that there's nothing really special about me, that I don't have anything going for me, and certainly nothing that somebody would actually want to pay money for. Sometimes it's easy to look at other people, and it's a little bit harder to open up yourself and talk about what you're going through and how you're feeling about it. And I think that is vital. I want you to feel like I am in there, in the trenches with you, trying to work it out. I, at the moment, don't have any huge answers. I just came off a whopping great hiatus of about a year when I lost enthusiasm for the podcast and didn't believe that I had what it took to make it. The hurdles that I faced, it was that there was no point in trying to overcome them anymore. That I had enough trouble just trying to deal with life as it came, let alone trying to cram something like this in on top of it. And I'm kind of sick of thinking like that. I still do every now and again. It's a hard habit to give up, like any habit, especially the bad ones. And I think that I can't be the only one. I know if you're watching this now, you must be feeling the same way, or at least if you're not at the moment, you can think back and go, yeah, I know how that felt. I was there at some point, and I'm glad I'm not anymore. And I would love to hear about the people who you look up to, who are getting paid to do the kind of play that you do, and you just don't know how to get where they are, because I'd love to chat with them on your behalf. I would love to get them to tell you their stories so that you can understand a little bit more about where they're from and make your journey that little bit more easier. And if you happen to be watching this and you are already getting paid to play, do you fancy coming on the podcast? I have no doubt that you've got a legion of fans who look up to you and are just looking for the right trigger for their courage to start embracing that side of themselves that you have embraced in yourself. And I reckon that you telling your story will help them out immensely. So please, folks, have a listen and a watch of the podcasts that I've put up. Right at the moment, the podcast is audio. I am looking into making it a video chat show. So I hope that you'll stick with me. And please, if you like what I do, if you enjoy the results, and if you feel like you've got something out of it, please rock along to my Patreon page. And I'm hoping that you'll sign up to sponsor this show. It comes out on a fortnightly basis, with the odd exception if I'm trying to help someone out with a crowdfunding campaign or something like. And I am hoping that with your help and your money, I will be able to make the Pay to Play podcast bigger and better. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you keep watching. And until next time, play first, pay later.